Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of exploring exponents. In part 1, we looked at 3 things. What is an exponent? Evaluating exponential expressions, and rewriting expressions as exponents. Remember to write the focused learning target down in your notebook. Today's target is: given an exponential expression, I will be able to rewrite it using rules of exponents. Let's look at rule number 1. So our first rule is that b to the power of 1 always equals b. And that's because b is repeating only one time. Let's look at an example. 3 to the power of 1 always equals 3. So what about 5 to the power of 1? Please answer on Edpuzzle. Now let's look at another exponent rule. So exponent rule number 2. Let's explore. What is 2 to the power of 4 times 2 to the power of 5? Look at 2 to the power of 4. We do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 4 times. And we multiply that by 2 to the power of 5. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 5 times. So how many times are we repeating the multiplication of 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So we can rewrite this as 2 to the power of 9. Do you notice anything right here? Let's look at another exploration. So what is b to the power of 3 times b to the power of 4? So b to the power of 3 would be b times b times b. And we multiply that by b to the power of 4. So b times b times b times b, 4 times. b is repeated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So we can rewrite this as b to the power of 7. Let's go back to the first exploration. Do we notice anything about the powers? Does 4 plus 5 equal 9? And in the second exploration, let's see, does 3 plus 4 equal 7? Yes. So it seems like when you multiply two exponents, we add the powers together. So this is actually rule number 2. b to the power of m times b to the power of n is simply b to the power of m plus n. But to use this rule, you must make sure that the bases are the same. So the bases of the exponents must be the same. If the bases are different, you cannot use exponent rule number 2. So we cannot use this rule for 5 to the power of 3 times 4 to the power of 2 because the bases are not the same. Let's look at an example. Simplify 5 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 4 using exponent rule number 2. 5 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 4 equals 5 to the power of 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 equals 6, so our answer is 5 to the power of 6. Remember, if you need to, you can pause or rewind the video at any time. So be sure to take your time to fully understand the rule. Now let's try simplifying some variables. So simplify y to the power of 4 times y to the power of 3. So by using exponent rule number 2, we know that y to the power of 4 times y to the power of 3 is the same thing as y to the power of 4 plus 3. And since 4 plus 3 equals 7, we know that the answer is going to be y to the power of 7. Now on Edpuzzle, use exponent rule number 2 to simplify 5 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 8. Let's look at one more exponent rule number 3. Let's start off by looking at another exploration. This time, let's simplify the following. 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 4. So what would this look like? First, we have 2 to the power of 3. So 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times. But notice up here, we're going to repeat this whole blue part 4 times. So we already have it once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. Once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. So how many times have we multiplied 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. So when we simplify it, we can write it as 2 to the power of 12. Next, let's simplify x to the power of 2 to the power of 3. X to the power of 2 can be written as x times x. And we repeat this 3 times. So once, twice, and 3 times. Again, once, twice, and 3 times. We multiply x 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So x to the power of 6. So what might you notice from looking at these explorations? In the first exploration, for 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 4, guess what? 3 times 4 equals 12. And in the second exploration, we have x to the power of 2 to the power of 3. And 2 times 3 equals 6. So let's write this as rule number 3. B to the power of m to the power of n equals b to the power of m times n. Again, this only works if the bases are the same. So let's simplify in this example. 3 to the power of 4 to the power of 6. Let me rewrite this. 3 to the power of 4 to the power of 6. This will equal 3 to the power of 4 times 6, and 4 times 6 is 24, so 3 to the power of 24. Let's try it with variables next. For example 2, simplify a to the power of 3 to the power of 5. Again, that's a to the power of 3 to the power of 5. So a to the power of 3 times 5. And what's 3 times 5? 15. So that's why we get a to the power of 15. Please try this last example on Edpuzzle. You will simplify 8 to the power of 3 to the power of 4 using exponent rule number 3. And that's it for today. So let's do a quick review. Our first exponent rule is that b to the power of 1 is always b. Our second rule is that b to the power of m plus b to the power of n equals b to the power of m plus n. And our third rule is that b to the power of m to the power of n equals b to the power of m times n. So remember, b stands for base. You can replace these with numbers or variables. Great job today, and be sure to submit your notes on Canvas by sharing the Google Drive link to me.